we're in a depression in the markets of Bell County. I was talking to a group of agents, probably about 16, 20-ish agents in that mastermind that are all over the nation, that are super smart. One of the guys that runs it is a big San Antonio, big real estate professional. Many years, like he started in the 80s, kind of real estate professional. And he actually introduced the topic because he knows a lot about the Texas market. And he pointed out, pulled me in to the conversation and said, Bill, your area is in pretty tough situation. I said, yeah, our area is in a depression. You'll hear the word depressed or, etc. But folks, there's some like Temple. It's past the depression and into another word that I haven't figured out yet. I need to invent the word. If there's something you do in the comments, what's the new word for something past depression? Okay. So the market, if you're a seller, is challenging. And you've got to show up accordingly to sell your house. Houses are being sold. Cove in July sold 73 residents. Now, what is interesting, about 20% of those were new builds. That means that, Cove is actually doing pretty good for what it is. But I want you as a seller to get your head right, because that's our problem right now, is sellers don't have their heads right. And a good example of this is we went and made an offer this weekend on a house. Look, the floor plan was great. It was on a big lot. It's in a good neighborhood, a good location for my client. Okay. But here's the deal. We go walking into one of the rooms of the house, and there's mold. Not just a little. Big water damage. Hasn't been fixed. The interior of the house was in pretty good condition otherwise, but you got this. Next thing is, when we were starting to make our offer, they didn't have the seller's disclosure in a timely fashion, which could be a lot of times your clients not doing what they need to be doing, taking it seriously. Didn't have the right names on the MLS. Come to find out, there was a husband. Well, why is his name not on there? Because he's got to sign off on all this stuff. So next thing is, we don't know the age of the roof or the AC. So our assumption is that roof and AC are probably 15 years old when the house actually was built, right? So the roof in Texas is about to age out. You know how insurance is starting to look at stuff. So, this house was a challenge. And my client, I love her to death, has an accounting background, is spreadsheets galore. We'll go out looking at houses, and she has a spreadsheet. When she puts those houses in there, she puts that stuff in the spreadsheet. We make an offer. I concurred with her offer, and the counter back from the seller was their asking price. Oh, and they cut the closing cost in half. We walked, and I was 100% with her. My client sold me on her price that we decided on. She was making the arguments, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, I told you're on. Okay. So, what can we learn from that seller? First off, the seller doesn't understand the market right now. There are not enough buyers out there. Buyers are unicorns right now. So if you got someone on day 1 or day 100 looking at your house, you need to be on your hands and knees thanking God and figuring out how you keep that person interested in your house enough to close on it. Okay, so that's one thing as a seller. Next thing is you need to get real out there about the prices. Now, the good news is we don't have COVID prices anymore, but if you've been hanging on to your house for a little while and it's in good condition, doesn't have mold in it, you've mopped the floors, kind of done little minor repair, that stuff that, hey, that door was sticking, or that drawer is kind of wonky. I need to kind of fix that. Okay, if you got that stuff done, then you're in great position to sell your house. I'm not saying houses aren't getting sold. In Cove, there was houses being sold, right? I also I had a client and was asking about Belton, and I went over the July numbers there on new builds were a quarter of the business. You as a seller are in competition with the new builds, and that is the reason why we are in the depression we're in. Is if you're in that new built area, yeah, you have new built. You're in competition with a builder, and I'm seeing this with smaller builders. They're actually having to drop their prices and to get even people to look at their houses, much less them actually sold. So the moral is that you've got to realize that you're now in competition. You're not special. There are a lot of inventory out there in your price range. And if you don't think I'm telling you the truth, call your agent and have them bring you that stuff. Hey, your agent pulling 3 houses for a comparable, it does not count. You're in competition with stuff on the other side of town. So you better know about the whole market, not just your local neighborhood. Now, here's the next thing that you need to understand that is blowing my mind. Millennials are in the low 20% of sales right now. In other words, the youngins, people that are in their prime earning and able or should be able to purchase homes, are not buying homes. C's are now starting to show up, by the way, and guess what? They're even worse than the millennials in their attitudes about whether they're going to own a house or not. So who's buying these houses? Oh, about the mid-40s are baby boomers. People, I'm a baby boomer. I'm the last of the baby boomers, okay? I turned 61 next month. Yes, send me a birthday present. September's my birthday a month, right? I'm not supposed to be buying houses right now. I'm supposed to be in my golden years. And what I'm kind of pointing out there is they should not be the ones that are the majorities of the buyers. And guess what? My buyers have been this year. Baby boomers. Blows my mind. And at first I was going, oh, I can only attract old people because I'm old. No, it's because they're the only ones buying houses right now. That's where buyers are at. And let's dovetail into this. Buyers. Man, why are you not buying a house? Your net worth is going to increase by buying a house. Your social stability is going to increase by buying a house. You're getting, if you're trying to establish a family, which that's another thing baby boomers aren't doing very well at, is establishing a family and having a family. Getting a house really makes it harder for you guys to get divorced instead of concentrating on solving your problems. So I just want you to know that the market is challenging right now. interest rates are already baking the cake. So if you're waiting for September to happen, September's already happened back in August. Okay, about mid-August is when that started. Hey, I know this wasn't a call that you think you wanted to hear, but you did need to hear it. You can sell your house. You can make money. You need to be with the right agent, though. I wonder who that could be. And his team. We'd love to help you with your Central Texas area purchase. If you want to know more specifics down to your subdivision, give me a call. 254-495-5661. Yeah, this is Bill Vernon, your KW agent for the Central Texas area. Hey, I can't wait to talk to you. Bye now.